So welcome back to our another video focus here on the whiteboard. So we are in this topic, parts of cell. Parts of cell. We have already started this topic in our previous video, but still we need to continue this topic because it is not ended right now. So we started this topic, parts of cell, in our previous video, and inside this topic we have talked about covering of cell. And if you talk about covering, then there are two types of covering of cell. First one is cell wall and second is cell membrane. Cell what? Membrane. Two type of covering. So in our previous video we have already learned what is cell membrane, and in this video we are going to complete this one. We have already done what is cell wall, and in this video we are going to talk about cell membrane. What is cell membrane? Okay, yeah, it's visible in the camera. And before watching this video, if you haven't downloaded our notes, it's free notes, then I recommend you to click the link below this video. Just click the link below this video to download all the free notes available on our website eltiNation. Okay, so I'll give you the link below. Tap the link and download all the notes, because I'm teaching you from that note. It is free to download, so you don't have to pay any kind of money. So now let's start our topic with cell membrane. Okay, so cell membrane. Cell membrane is a very thin and elastic living membrane. So focus here, it's very important. So cell membrane is what? It's very thin and elastic. If you don't know what is elastic, then you need to know, because it's important. Just search on the web, you'll get to know what is elastic. Elastic means it can, if you stretch anything, if you apply anything, if you apply force on anything, then stop applying the force, it will again turn into its normal size. Let's say this is a rubber. If you apply this force, then it will like a stretch, and if you stop applying the force, then it will again become normal, right? So this rubber has elastic property, right? So just like that, cell membrane, it's thin and it has elastic property, right? It is also called plasma membrane. Cell membrane is also called plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. I hope this is visible in the camera. Is it? Is it visible, all these things? Yeah. So cell membrane is also called what? Plasma membrane, right? Or yeah, so plasma membrane. It is the outer layer of animal cell. Focus here. Let's say this is an animal cell, and the first outermost layer of animal cell is what? Cell membrane. What is the outer layer of animal cell? Cell membrane. The outermost layer of animal cell. Let me write here. Animal cell is cell membrane, and outermost layer of plant cell is cell wall. So you need to remember these things. In plant cell, both are found, cell wall and cell membrane. In plant cell, let me write plant cell. So let's say this is the plant cell over here. So both are found. First layer is cell wall, and the second layer is cell membrane. It is, you can say, you can imagine something like this. Is this visible in the camera? So in plant cell, the first layer is what? Cell wall. In plant cell, the first layer is cell wall, and second layer is what? Cell membrane. So in plant cell, both is found, cell membrane and cell wall. Okay. So in plant cell, both are found, cell wall and cell membrane. But in animal cell, this cell wall is not. I mean, the only first layer is, the outermost layer is cell membrane. Cell wall is not in the plant cell, and this is also the one of the reason that animal cell is irregular in shape. The reason behind why animal cell is irregular in shape is because they do not have cell wall. But in animal cell, in plant cell, they have cell walls. So that is why plant cell, they are not irregular in shape, right? But animal cell, they are irregular in shape because they don't have the hard layer which gives the shape. Okay, so cell membrane is also called plasma membrane. I have already told you that. In plant cell, the layer side cell membrane is the outermost layer of animal cell. In plant cell, it lies inner to the cell wall. Like I already told you, in plant cell, it lies inner, means after or inner to the cell wall, right? It is made up of protein, liquid and fat. Liquid in the form of fat, right? Fat in the form of liquid, you can say that. So in animal cells, cell membrane is made up of what? They are made up of proteins. Proteins, you already know what these things are, proteins, and liquid, which is a fat, right? So proteins and liquid, which is fat, is the main thing that cell membrane is formed by using these things. It encloses protoplasma and gives a shape of cell. It encloses protoplasma and gives a shape to the cell, right? I have, like I already told, that cell membrane and cell wall, they give a shape to a cell, but cell wall is more hard than cell membrane. It is more hard. So that is why in plant cell, the plant cell is more regular and in shape, but animal cell is, most animal cells, they are irregular in shape because cell membrane is also hard, but not as cell wall. Cell wall is more harder than cell membrane, right? So it gives a shape to the cell. Now let's talk about the major function. The major function of cell membrane. Okay, so let's talk about the major function. Let me just write and erase these things. The major functions. I will write important. IMPORT. Important functions of cell membrane. LEMBRANE. Okay, so let's talk about some important function of cell membrane. It's the first one. The first main function, the important function, is that it separates the cell from one another. and its component from the outer side environment as well. So let me explain this thing. First one is that it separates the cell from one another. Like you already know, in many organisms there are millions of cells, right? And you can't say that they are one cell because there are millions of cells. What? Import IMPORTANP. Okay, the spelling is wrong. Sorry for that. Like you already know, in living organisms, there are millions of cells, and they are like very close to each other. Something like this, you could say, line by line. Let's imagine this. They are something like this, right? So cell membrane, it helps to separate two cells. Let's say there are two cells very close to each other, and let me draw it again. Very close to each other. So in cell membrane, it helps to separate these two cells, this one and this one. It helps to separate the cell, and also it helps to cover the inner component of cell. Like in animal cell, you already know the covering, the main outer layer is what? Cell membrane. The first and main outer layer is cell membrane. So the job of cell membrane is to protect all the component of what? The inner component of cell, right? Because it covers the main thing. It covers the whole component of the cell. So the first main function, important function of cell membrane is to protect all the inner components of cell, right? Okay. So it helps to protect the inner component of cell, right? So the first function is it separates the cell from one another. It separates the cell from one another and its component from the outer environment of cell, right? Outer environment as well. So it separates, the cell membrane separates two cells, right? And it also protects the inner component of cell, because it is the first and outermost layer of any animal cell, right? So this is the major number one function, important function of cell. Now let's talk about the second function. It protects the protoplasm of cell. So inside cell there is a part called protoplasm. Protoplasm So it protects this part of the cell. If you know what is protoplasm, then we'll talk about this very soon. Okay, protoplasm, this part of the cell. Okay, so it protects the protoplasm of animal cell. So these are some main function of important functions of cell membrane. I hope you have understood all these things, and we'll talk about cytoplasm in our next video. And for now, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you download the free note, and the link is given below. Bye.